I fully intend for this to be a cozy vlog, and this is probably the worst place to start it. But on the other hand, I actually feel like this is the perfect place to start it. What I ask of you right now is to give me a few minutes of your time so that I can explain the reason why I'm making this video and why it's so important that every single one of us follows some of the example on this video so that we can make every day just a little bit easier, because life isn't easy. We face challenges every day, and it feels like that every time we get through a challenge, another one, a bigger one, comes along and it's even more difficult than the previous one, and we just are on some sort of a hamster wheel where we're just going round and round in circles, dealing with problems, and never do we give ourselves the opportunity to actually enjoy life and to actually take care of ourselves. And there will be a point, if we continue to do this, that our body and our minds will start to fail. I feel like I'm at that kind of really cliff's edge almost, and I feel like that for me, I am at that point that I need to make this decision to prioritize things and make my life more important than I have been giving it priority over the last months, years. Then I don't want to get to the point where I feel worse, where my health actually starts to decline. Once that happens, you start this inevitable roller coaster of problems. The bottom line is, if you're sick, you're the one who suffers, and everybody who you have the greatest intentions to help, if you're not doing well, you're not going to be able to help any of those people. So what can we do to fix this problem? Every part of your life comes with problems, whether it's work, whether it's family, home maintenance, whether it's finances, relationships. Every part of your life can have problems, but it also has its good bits. But yet we tend to focus so much more on the bad bits because that's what our brains are wired to do. There's no pressure, there's no stress when things are going well. We don't spend the time to celebrate those victories because we're so busy dealing and worrying about the next problem that we gloss over the wins, we focus on the losses, and pretty soon our whole life is out of balance. You're overwhelmed, you're stressed, you're angry, you're frustrated, your blood pressure goes up, you have headaches, you have muscle tension, everything starts falling apart. And the more that happens, the more you neglect yourself, and you think that you can solve the problem by sleeping less, doing more. You neglect your food, you neglect your exercise, you neglect your stretches, you neglect your meditation, journaling, etc. And things just compound and get worse and worse and worse until you hit this point where something falls apart, whether you just get sick or whether something worse happens, and then you start to think about what you should be doing to take care of yourself. I want to not get to that point because I feel like I'm getting close to that point. So right this minute, I'm sitting in my car, in the car park at work. This is where I tend to film a lot of my TikToks. It's about 25 minutes or so before I officially start work, and I'm sitting in the car. I'm trying to chill. I do know that as soon as I get up to my workplace, through no fault of anybody else's, because it's just the nature of work as a doctor, that as soon as I get up there, I'm going to get hammered. And the day is going to get off to a flying start. And I know today, because I had a little peek at the schedule from yesterday, that we have loads of admissions today and it's going to take a lot of time. And that's not even including anybody who gets sick, any code blues that happen in the hospital that I have to attend. When it's busy, we have a greater tendency to neglect ourselves and not to do stuff that is in our benefit. We run around like headless chickens. We're not taking care of our posture. We're hunched over desks trying to write stuff. We're taking 5-minute lunch breaks. We're not peeing. We're not drinking fluid. All that stuff which is detrimental. And by the end of the shift, you're exhausted, you're dehydrated, you're hungry, you haven't taken care of yourselves, you haven't given yourselves a small, even a 5-minute break, your back hurts, your knees hurt, your feet hurt, and then you go home and you're grumpy and you start taking it out on your family or the people you live with because you just don't want to listen to anything. And tomorrow you get up and you start all over again. So over the coming days and weeks, I am going to do my utmost to start looking after myself better. Stop going home being so exhausted to the point that I'm grumpy all the time. I'm going to change because I know if I don't, I'm going to be in the shit. Realistically, when that happens, you only have yourself to blame and no one's going to be able to take care of you. I'm making this video so I can be accountable and hopefully make you accountable so you can change your life for the better also. I'll see you soon. Hey guys, just leaving work. It's been some kind of day today. It wasn't the best day because I got abused by a patient. Actually, all the staff got abused by a patient. And my note on self-care in this situation is I didn't engage and I walked out. There's no reason for patients to abuse healthcare staff at any point. We all come to work to try and help people, And if you don't appreciate our help, you're free to leave. That's my opinion. And now I'm going home. So we're going up to the Central Coast this morning just for some lunch, and it's only September and it's already boiling hot. And I'm a little bit worried about our little puppy if we do bring him, because he's very sensitive to heat and we don't want to get him too hot. I found this in my drawer. I didn't even remember I bought this, but I got this from Amazon quite a few months ago. And this is one of those portable fans which they use a lot in Asia because it's so dang hot and it's so humid. I'm just going to unbox it and show you what it is. So it charges via USB-C. It has a little lanyard thing, and this is it. So it's light, it's portable, and apparently this thing has a little ice compress thing. I don't actually know what that means, to be honest. That's a little thing. Let's see if there's any juice in this thing. And there is charge. There's 50%, 75%, 100%, and that's 1% maybe. And there's this button. I'm actually going to read the instructions. I have no idea what this thing is. And this thing is stuck at the bottom of the thing, and I can't get it out. The one time I need to use the instructions, can't get the thing out. So here it is. It's tiny. There's the instructions. Hopefully it's in English. It is. Lanyard card slot, refrigeration key. So there's a refrigeration key. I don't have a clue. That's that little ice thing. And if you press the refrigeration key, there's cold compressors. Switch is used to adjust. I'm going to turn this off because it's a bit whizzy. The switch is adjusted by using and clicking or pressing the holding switch. Click to switch keys 1, 25, 50, 75, 100 to cycle. Press and hold the snowflake button for 3 seconds to turn on the ice function. So basically it looks like this thing has 5 settings, 1, 25, 50, 75 and 100. Got an ice function on. So apparently, ooh, it's nice and cold. So trust me, the ice function is on and it's nice and cool there. So we're going to try it out today in the blistering heat and see how it goes. Got this from Amazon and I think it was about 30 or 40 bucks. There's a really expensive one that's like $120 or something, but that's a bit crazy. I'm going to go take this and I'm going to charge it and I'm going to take it along with our trip. Whilst I have a moment before bedtime, dressed in my Snoopy t-shirt, I just wanted to say how important that a bedtime routine is. If you don't go to bed in a good frame of mind, if you go to bed all stressed out or anxious and worried about what happened today or what's happening tomorrow, you're never going to get a good night's sleep. If you don't rest well, it also affects your health. By having a good night's sleep, it kind of prepares your body and your mind for another day tomorrow. It gives you the opportunity to go in there refreshed. But if you go to sleep and you don't sleep well, got all this stuff on your mind, already immediately as soon as you get up, you get out of bed, you're already behind the 8 ball. I know the best thing to do before you go to bed is not to use your devices, which I find hard because that's the only time I have to just chill out, watch some YouTube videos, learn more about editing and content creation. And
I tend to also, unfortunately, doom scroll through a little bit of TikTok, but that is my time. I find that kind of relaxing, but I do know what people mean when you're overstimulated before you go to sleep, and that's bad. It's all a bit of a trial and error, trying to stay cozy, trying to have a relaxing time, especially when there are no problems that are in the foreseeable future. We've had a busy day. I'm tired now. I spent the whole day driving to the Central Coast and coming back, and even sitting in the car for 2 or 3 hours just gives me a sore neck and a sore back. I've done some massaging, I've done some exercise bike, and I feel better. Ate too much for lunch, had a cereal bowl for dinner, which is becoming a bit of a habit, unfortunately, on the weekends. I don't want to eat 2 big meals consecutively. See what tomorrow brings.
So guys, it's just me without any external microphones. I just want to sit here and be real for a couple of minutes and just have a chat about how the day is going, how the weekend is going. I hope you're enjoying my vlog, by the way. I'm just trying to show you little snippets of my life. It's not a picture perfect life by any means. Things go wrong. Things are not always interesting. This is not a highlight reel. This is just living. And I feel like that so many of us compare our lives to that of people who are posting on social media, and we go, I wonder, why aren't we on vacation? Why aren't we doing this? Why don't we have this? Why aren't we eating this? Why aren't we hanging out with famous people? Why aren't we watching this? And it's just completely not real life. I personally think that when I watch YouTube videos and I watch other vloggers, I'm actually super more likely to watch a vlogger who has less subscribers and less views, who are actually genuine about what they do, rather than every day they're posting like they're having this really fancy dinner, they're all dressed up, they're going to this really expensive gym, and they're drinking all these cocktails, and they're going on holidays next week. I don't tend to watch that stuff because I know it's not real life, and it's not about FOMO. It's just the fact that I like reality, and that isn't reality, and it's not something that I'm interested in. If you guys like just videos of real life, of people actually just doing their stuff and trying to survive every day and trying to make the most of a life that they have, you've come to the right spot, because I will never be one of those people who flexes and puts all this stuff on which isn't true. It's good to show the other things. It's good to show when stuff doesn't work. Like I made a video and we tried to make some ice cream using our new KitchenAid ice cream maker, and it turned out into a flop because we stuffed up the instructions. It didn't come out perfect. It didn't taste nice. In reality, that's what it is. Not everything's perfect. I'm not posting here for a brand. I'm not being sent something so I have to show how good it is. I'm just being real. And if I don't think it's good, I'm going to tell you that I don't think it's good, because I like to have stuff where I see other people say, if you want to buy this certain thing, I'm just going to tell you what I think. And truthfully, I wouldn't buy it because I think it doesn't work. I think it sucks. I think it breaks down. I think that there are better ways of doing it. I think that there's better products that do the same thing. I want to see those type of videos. I don't want to see people just heap praise on something just because somebody sent it to them or somebody's paying you to make that video, because it's just not me. And I'm not going to ever indulge in that kind of stuff. But having said that, this has not turned into so much of a cozy video. It's turned into more of a real life video, and I really enjoy making these vlogs. It's possible to make an interesting vlog out of a boring life. And I'm really into watching boring life vlogs on YouTube right now, and I hope that this resonates with you a little bit, and I hope that people who are watching my audience, in particular my community, I hope that these things are actually showing you that life is a struggle, but yet there are little things that are enjoyable, and you got to start taking care of yourself. The whole point of this video, which I've completely gone off the rail because I don't know what's happened, the whole point of me making this particular video was to tell you that I'm making some changes to try and make my life less stressful, less of this running around like a headless chicken, and just taking the time to enjoy the little things, like having those delicious noodles the other day, like being able to sit and journal, like being able to play video games, like being able to eat something nice, like being able to go for a walk, like being able to watch some TV. All this stuff that sounds boring, but it's the stuff that refuels us every day. Going on a vacation for 4 weeks to Walt Disney World, yes, it's nice, but it's not something you do all the time, and you can't rely on that to refuel you, because most of us can't afford to do that on a regular basis, and you'll be lucky for a lot of people that you can do that once in a lifetime. So we got to find and hold on to tiny little things every day, which aren't costly, which don't take a lot of effort, because some of us sometimes don't have that time or money to make that sort of effort or investment. And we just got to find little things in life that just makes us happy. Whether it's just playing with your puppy dog, giving your cat a little snuggle, talking to your family, having a laugh, watching some TV together, just going for a drive, all these things that don't cost any money. They're the things that are important. They're the things that we got to keep doing to make ourselves sane and to enjoy life as much as we can. You can go watch the news, you can go on social media, you can find unlimited bad news. Right now, Hong Kong's in the middle of a massive typhoon, so is Taiwan and the Philippines. You can find that stuff. You can find the fact that there's climate emergencies, people getting killed, there's massive car accidents, all that kind of stuff. You can find it if you're looking for it. But there's also good stuff that you can look at. There's also good stories. You just have to make a bigger effort to find it, and you will notice that once you start searching that sort of stuff, and when you focus on the happier stuff, your life actually gets happier, and your algorithm, surprisingly, also gets nicer. It's not full of politics, it's not full of sick people, it's not full of bad news. It's full of the stuff you search for, whether it's puppy dogs, Disneyland, jelly cats, Pokemon cards, gym workout ideas. Anything that you focus on is something that you'll get, and it's taken me a long time to learn this. It shouldn't need you to have to go buy a new car, buy expensive jewelry, or go on a vacation to make you happy. The fact that you planted a seed and 6 weeks later a little plant sprouts, or you just made a really nice dinner, something that you've never managed to make before, these little things count. And these little things actually matter more than those big things, because these are reproducible. It's something you can do over and over and over again. Big things, they're one-off, and you'll be happy for 5 seconds when you do that, but they're not things you can do every day. And what we need to do is find something every day to make us happy. Right now, I'm working on, I haven't started because I just haven't started, working on taking care of my body. And that is, I'm going to try to do more stretches. I'm going to try to do more exercise. I'm going to try and eat better. I'm going to look after my skin, look after my teeth, look after my eyes, look after everything. And we get so caught up in the everyday rushing around that it feels like we don't have time for ourselves. Like, we're the afterthought. We've got to take care of the kids. We've got to finish our work. We've got to pack the dishwasher. We've got to do the laundry. We've got to pay the bills. And eventually, at midnight, once a week, we get to do something nice for ourselves, whether it's soaking our feet, going for a bath, going for a walk. And that's not good enough. And that is not the thing that's going to make us happy in the long run. And we've just got to, one, realize this fact. And once we realize this fact, we've just got to act upon it, because no one is going to offer to take some of these responsibilities off you. No one's going to suggest to you that you should take it easy and look after yourself. The moment you appear as though you're not busy, people will come to you and ask you to help them with stuff. That doesn't happen just in work. That happens in everyday life. Sometimes you got to set boundaries. Sometimes you got to say no. Sometimes this hour is for me. I don't care. Like, I want to help you. I'm going to help you. But just for the next hour, just the next 60 minutes, I've just got to take care of myself, and nobody gets to interrupt this time. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's been all over the place, but my videos are generally all over the place. But if you enjoyed it, please leave a comment down below just to let me know that it's something that you enjoy, because if I know that you guys enjoy it, I'm going to make a ton more of these videos, because I really like making these real life, no fakeness, no pretend, no delusional, no highlight reel videos, because I just want to show everybody that this is me. And hopefully there's enough people who enjoy watching this video that it gets me somewhere. But even if it doesn't, it's okay, because the people who are watching this video, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your support. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next week in yet another disorganized, bumbling video of some sort. Hope you come back, and I'll see you then.